morning, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. A little early today. We're trying all different times. It is about 9:02 a.m. And welcome. If you're new here and watching the show, well, grab your smartphone, launch your camera app, point over the QR code like so, touch the yellow lips. You get my link tree as easy as that. And if you're not watching us, but you're listening to us like an audio show or something like that, like a podcast audio only, then go to believemeachieve.com for more of my inspiring, amazing creations, which will definitely get you motivated to achieve the goals of your desires and passion in your life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the master topic. Before we do, I want to say a big thank you and a big vote of gratitude for everyone that's been with me for so long. We're here a long time, and you'll learn that in just a little bit. But thank you, whether you're watching us and listening to us at 9:02 a.m. today, 9:02 at night, 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., potato, whatever time you make it. I appreciate that you have made it the choice to listen to us every single day and start it with a great motivation, whether it's in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And a motivational topic, how to unify. Series 2 means we're the second year. Wow, we're almost in our third year. Show 34, episode number 7, ladies and gentlemen. So we've been talking a lot about unification, right? The coming together. So I want to talk about something right now, which we didn't talk about. Specifically, when I say you, I'm also talking about your heart. So we've talked about unifying the brain, right? Unifying the brain heart. But when we unify with our heart, that's like that inner voice, okay? That inner voice. See, our brain is like the main controller of our body. Even though I'm saying that the heart is really the main control of the body. The brain does have a lot of control, but the heart really tells the brain what to do. So there's more connections between the heart going to the brain than the brain going to the heart. All right. So when we think about, and I'm talking about the signals respectively, obviously the heart is sending more signals. How do we get unified? So one great way to get unified with our heart is to meditate. That's an amazingly easy way to do it. I've talked about going outside and getting grounded. I've talked about, connecting with other people, befriending people, as we say, unifying with other people, right? I think that's a real big one. And I feel that a lot of people don't quite get it. And what I mean by that is they don't get the benefit. What does that mean? Well, when I say they don't get the benefit, I want to know what that means to a lot of people. I think what it means is that you as a person really have made a choice to do something a certain way. All right. You've made a choice to do something a certain way. And if you make the choice to do something a certain way, then I will tell you that it's going to make sense when your heart just sort of kicks in. And I will tell you that it's not easy to connect with the heart. It's not easy to connect with the heart. Not easy at all. And so when we think about the heart and we think about what it means, it's not just an organ that pumps blood around our body. It does a lot more than that. The brain is very important, but the heart retains emotions, and the heart actually creates energy that can affect our world. And you're like, hey, John, what is that? Well, in short terms, I'm not going to go too deep with you on this lesson. It affects the quantum world. So our heart, the energy from our heart actually will affect the magnetic fields in the world. And that can cause attraction to us. Pretty cool, right? So making a choice to unify is something that we as people should do every single day in our life. But I also get the fact that you might say, well, John, I did it, but it didn't work for me. So my question is, how often would you do it? For one day, 1 week? It could take 30 days. It could take longer, ladies and gentlemen. You have to make the choice right now to get passionate, to do what I'm saying, which is to unify with your heart. Now, again, this is not a get rich quick scheme. This is not a like, let's make magic overnight. No, it gets easier as we progress, but it does not happen overnight. And I think this is why a lot of people get um, really upset because they feel that it's going to do something when it's really not going to do anything. Does that make sense? I'll tell you that people want to believe, but something gets in their pathway. They get a nail in their tire. They bump their elbow to a table or their leg to a chair, right? And I'm using these as analogies. They're bumps in the road. And so, my question I have for you today is: have you ever gone over a bump in the road? I'm sure you have. And if you have gone over that bump in the road, my question is, why are you still belaboring the bump? Like the bump happened and it's gone. So why do we even care about that bump anymore? You shouldn't. Because if we keep thinking about the past, we're destined to repeat it. So let us focus on the future. The future. The future. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? The future. The future. The future. Whatever we think about and persist will exist in our life. Okay. Think about that for a second. Think about what that might mean to you. What does it mean? It probably means that you have the ability to do something pretty wild. But you might be saying, hey, John, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to work for me. It just didn't work yet. Well, let me ask you this. The first time you ever learned a new language, did it work overnight? Probably not. Probably not. You've got to get passionate about what you want in life. You got to get passionate about it. And so, if we think about that concept, just that concept alone, what does that mean? I think it means that we have choice. And it's up to us to exercise it. It's up to us to exercise a choice. But it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. And the reason it doesn't happen overnight is because we don't have what we need to know. We're still learning, right? We are still learning about what's going on in our life. And so if we're still learning, then that could probably help us understand like what it is we don't know. But we have to be understanding that it might take us some time to figure it out. It might take us some time. And we have to be willing to accept that. We have to be willing to accept that. And I would say if we're willing, now we're open to new things and new potentials in our life. That's right. If we're willing, then we become open to potentials in our life. But if we're not willing, then we put a block. We put a block on things. And this block can make a really big difference to how we see the world. Remember, we see the world as a perception, all right? As a perception. And so, as I said to you, unifying with the heart is key. Let's talk about unifying review 101, because we talked about a lot with this, right? And so, when we think about unifying, we talked about the fact that unity, what unity is, or unifying is coming together. Unifying with family. We talked about, suggesting that you guys all have dinner one night a week, whether it's home or whether it's out, but you all do it together, and then you do some type of activity together. It could be go to miniature golf, it could be playing board games, but do something at least once a week. I said, make the choice to get unified. When you get unified, you're going to see it's like your world's going to change. Get unified with nature. You could sit outside by a tree. You could take your shoes off and walk into the beautiful sand. Feel the coolness of the water from the ocean, maybe from the pool. Even though it's not nature, the water is nature. Even though it's man-made, it's not really nature water, but it's still, you're outside, you're outdoors. Unify with other people. Recognize the signs. Do people want to unify with me, or are they just making excuses of why they don't? So you don't have to try to make someone unify with you. If they don't, then just move on. Don't worry about it. There's plenty of people to unify with, but be alert for these signs. Unify with people at work. It might help. It might increase and enhance your career. Unify with charitable organizations, places, again, people have a common purpose. What goes together? We talked about peanut butter and jelly, pasta and sauce, ham and eggs, nail and a hammer, screw and a screwdriver, staple and stapler, music and relaxation, passion and consistency, gratitude and abundance. That's my favorite. Gratitude and abundance, gratitude and abundance, gratitude and abundance. Because when we're grateful for things, more things in our life will show up that we can be grateful for. And I'm just going to go grab my gratitude rock because this is really important, ladies and gentlemen. Every day, at least a couple times a day, I told you in the morning and at night, I've got my gratitude rock here. All right, so I'm holding it in my hand, and it's a nice, shiny, smooth rock, so it can go in your pocket very easily. And I pick up this rock in the morning, and the first thing I do, could close your eyes, keep them open, doesn't matter. I'm so grateful for everything in my life. Be specific. I'm grateful that I'm alive. I'm grateful that I had an amazing breakfast. I am grateful that I'm feeling good after doing my exercises. I am grateful for the clients in my life. I'm grateful for the amazing people I get to connect with. I'm grateful for the surprises the universe is showing that are going to bless me. I am grateful for the way I'm being kept safe every day. I am grateful for my knowledge. I am grateful for all the likes that I get on social media and the comments. I am grateful for being on some amazing podcast shows and being on some radio shows. So I'm grateful for that. I am grateful for the ability to discern. I'm grateful for a good sense of humor. I'm grateful for all of the gifts that I have been born with and those which I've been able to refine and make even better through, obviously, the power of our Creator. So when we think about these things, I'll tell you that this is what makes life amazing. And so now I'm grateful for this, right? I'm grateful for this gratitude rock. Now, Gratitude Rock doesn't cost much. You can buy them for anywhere from $4 to like $8 or $9, sometimes a little more. And you want something small like this so you can then put it in your pocket. So I'm grateful for a good breakfast. I'm grateful for being alive. I'm grateful for perfect health. I'm grateful for financial abundance. I'm grateful for perfect skin and a perfect body. So these are all good things. And you have to feel the gratitude, which I do. Grateful for my new home. I'm grateful for my new car. I'm grateful for all these things. I'm grateful for all the abundance that I know is continuing to come to me. And then when you're done, take this rock and put it in your pocket. At the end of the day, take it out again at lunchtime if you have time. Take it out lunchtime and just ponder it for a few seconds. Hey guys, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor with you. And I invite you, of course, to remember there are so many more things that we can work on when it comes to unifying. And remember, unification makes a good team. And when we have a good team, we have people that want to help each other, not just ourselves. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. This is the first time I think I did one so early, but I'm trying to see which works better. Do people like it in the morning? Do they like it at night? Do they like it in the evening? I don't know. So let me know. We might do some in the morning. I like actually doing them in the morning because I feel like, just gotten up a few hours ago and I just love to get the information out there really quickly. So have yourself an amazing day. Remember to like, love, support the channel, comment below, tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Of course, click on believemeachieve.com or scan the QR code and make sure to click on that link to help keep our content free. Buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a scrumptious plate of desserts. Either way, we'll be grateful for those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities, ladies and gentlemen, to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational content to, yes, ladies and gentlemen, empower you to have an amazing life. I hope that you guys have gotten a lot of immense value out of this week's program. And I've got an amazing topic coming up tomorrow, but I can't share it with you yet. So you're going to have to wait till tomorrow. In the meantime, check out my great articles, the two newest ones, the 4 functionalities of AI, and the 5th one that no one's talking about or will tell you about. And the other article is how to unify and why with life. All right. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Get unified with the people, with your universe, with the world, with nature, with music, with your ideas, with your brain, with your heart, and start becoming that person that you've always wanted to be. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone, and be well.